Hey explorers! I wanted to create a video for you today to explain a process that is really important to me. And that process is what you can do when you think about your actions after they've already happened. Adults sometimes call this reflection, so do children. Everybody calls it reflection every once in a while. But when we talk about reflection in this way, it's not the same as you're probably used to hearing the word reflection used. You've probably heard, you can see your reflection in that when you're talking about looking into a mirror or just seeing the reflection of things on the side of shiny glass or even the side of the car. But this type of reflection is completely different. When you reflect, it means that you are thinking about what's happened. You're looking back over all that's happened to kind of decide what was good and what might be changed to benefit the future. So that's a lot of different words, and you're probably wondering, why is Dr. Allen talking about all this right now? And I promise I'm getting to my point. This morning, I had a situation happen that I really needed to think about. I made a bad choice. But I didn't realize it until after I'd already done something that I could have done better. Two of my friends were standing right outside of my office and they were having a conversation. They were talking to one another, but they weren't talking to me. And even though they weren't talking to me, I could hear what they were saying, and I was really excited about it. And I had an idea, and I really wanted to share my thought with them, so I just blurted out my thought, and I was so excited about it. And then as soon as I did, I realized I shouldn't have done that, because it's really rude to blurt out when two other people are talking. It's even more rude when those two people are talking and you're not even in the conversation. So I felt like I needed to think about that a little bit more so that I don't do that next time that I see my friends talking. So we actually have a form at East Clayton that helps us to go through this reflection process, because that word is so big and that can be such a confusing thing to do. That form is called a think and write. And if you are in some of our younger grades, we have made a form for you that allows you to either draw or write what's happened and what could be done for the next time. Let me go ahead and show you what that form looks like. This is what your think and write looks like. See up here it talks about this is good for students kindergarten through third grade. And third grade, that doesn't mean this form is, not mature in some way. It just means that in third grade, we still want to give you the flexibility of expressing yourself in either drawing or writing or both. I'm going to show you today how you can use both ways. So the first thing that you do when you decide that you need to think about something that you've done, and this can also be something that your teacher decides you need to think about, is write your name. That's always very important. On this sheet, you're also asked to put the date, to put the time that something has happened that you're thinking about, and to put where it happened. And, I put the front office because that was true for me, but you might need to put cafeteria, recess, hallway, bus, any of those kind of words could go right here for where your action took place. So the next thing that we need to think about is in this student section, these two boxes. This first box says, today I made a choice to, and then you get to draw your picture of what you made a choice to do. My picture shows what happened. Today I made a choice to, see, here are my friends, and here are their little conversation bubbles. They're talking, they're having a great time. And here's me. I was so excited about what they were talking about. And you see how they're not even looking over at me? I wasn't in that conversation, but I just blurted out, I think blah, 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 blah. I just went on. And that is what I need to think about a little bit more. So now, how could I put that into words? A lot less words than what I just used. Today, I made a choice to interrupt two people who were talking. That pretty much sums it up. Next, we're going to go over here and it says, next time I will make a choice to. So what could I do to handle that situation better? Let's see. Well, here's one solution that I've drawn out. Here are my friends. They're talking to each other again, but this time, here I am. Instead of being a part of their conversation, since really it wasn't any of my business what they were talking about, I decided in this situation I could go find another friend that isn't already talking to someone else. So that's how I drew the situation, with having a different solution for what happened. And here's how I wrote it. Next time, I will make a choice to talk with someone else who is not talking to someone yet. So that would be any of my other friends who were allowed to be talking at that time and who weren't already talking. This situation has me being much more polite and avoiding interrupting the good conversation that my friends were having. Now I'm almost done with filling out my thinking right, and I've already come up with a really great solution for next time. But at East Clayton Elementary School, we follow AHOY behaviors. That means that we act safely, we have respect for one another and ourselves and our school property, we are on task, and we have good choices that we make. So the last one is your choice, but really, when I'm talking about me, it's my choices, what I'm making the decision to do. So this question asks, which AHOY behavior do I need to work on? I was rude when my friends were talking and I blurted out and interrupted them. So what things do I need to work on? Well, next time I need to have more respect because they were talking and it wasn't a conversation that I should have been a part of. I also need to make a better choice next time because I didn't have to bring myself into that conversation. That was what I chose to do, and it was not the right choice for that time, or the best choice at least. I hope that this form makes a lot of sense. I hope that it helps you understand how you can reflect while you're at school, because just because I blurted out doesn't mean that my friends aren't still my friends, and that doesn't make me a bad person. It just means that that's something I need to work on. So next time I see two people talking and I really want to be a part of the conversation, I need to stop myself. I need to hold on to my words. I need to put a bubble in my mouth just like some of you do, and if you're too old to put bubbles in your mouth, you know, I just still have to keep my mouth under control and not blurt out, and think of a better solution right then so I don't make anyone upset with me for getting into a conversation that I'm not supposed to be a part of. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you're able to reflect to make yourself the best you that you can be each day. Have a great afternoon.